already are a massive coalition and let your allies deal with the consequence of your action. I'll be taking Joe instead of as. If you do see that, you'll be facing a bit of rivals, but they already have 15 Crowland. So he decided to take a cup of tea, but in the middle of that, realize how better coffee is. Wait, no? What do you mean that you still prefer tea? Hello there, my fellow map enjoyers, sandaiokaki, and welcome to your Riding Clock EU4 guide. Today, we are playing as the most tea-addict nation in the game, England, Ireland, and let's dive in. First thing first, we should always start by our states. Which for the clergy, I will be given the mana privilege, church, sanctuaries, religious diplomat, clerical education, different nobility, and I will be given the +1 mana privilege, the supremacy over the crown, grand court positioning, and finalize that with nobility officer rights. For the burghers, land of commerce, patronage of the art, burghers force draft, we kinda need some extra ships, and burghers naval school rights. And the final one will be promote burghers but keep it. Just summon the diet and go for the agenda that best suits you. We kinda want to start doing some national decisions already, such as draft sheets for granted admiralship and grand generalship. Our admiral is quite of a legend, not gonna lie. Also make your ruler general. For advisors, go for the admin one, the cheaper guy that you start with, the diplo one, choose the cheaper one as well. And the last one, the mail advisor, we unfortunately don't start with a scripted one, so just pick the one that is best, preferably a morale or a discipline. What I do have to say to you is that if Burgundy do start as a rival of you, it's better to just restart until they don't rival you anymore. Because of the Burgundy inheritance, I'll be going for the Angevin Kingdom, and to found the Angevin Kingdom, kinda need to own all provinces in France. That's a lot of a Burgundian province. But unfortunately, in my case, in my specific game, they do start as my rival, which is common, so I'll be showing to you instead how to get over that. So, no alliance, no marriage, only blood on our eyes. For your rivals, always go with France. If Scotland did rival you, rival them back. And the last one, you can choose another guy that has rival you, such as Denmark, Burgundy, anyone that you want. I also do always like to delete the fort in the Wales. It's kinda useless. If you do really need a fort in the Wales in the water rules, you're probably can do better by just sending the troops there. And speaking of troops, I'll be sending my troops to the French mainland in order to fight the 100 Years' War. For my ships, the light one I'll be setting as protectorate in the English channel, and the rest one I'll be assigned knight. Really good admiral that I got here. I am building more 6 heavies here, so in terms of ships, no one in the world will be having more ships than we have. And for your parliament, what I always recommend you to do is to go for the really good province with really good trade goods and assign a seat of parliament there, because it's going to give us some really good modifiers. But before doing that, always start the debate and choose the one that you think is best for you. In my case, I can easily take some manpower recovery speed, war exhaustion, and stability here. We are going to fight a really hard war and manpower recovery speed and have stability in order to take down a little bit of the models of the herald rules can be really useful. That's one stability right from the bat. For allies, we can always go with the Austrians if you want to. Also, some of the Iberians. We will see here, Castile do indeed want some province of France as well as Aragon, so I'll be allying both of them if I can. They arrive to each other, so I don't think that is possible. Yeah, it's not possible unfortunately, but Castile will probably be helping us in fight France. And for my last ally, I'll be going indeed with a non-orthodox choice. I'll be going for ally Navarra, because we can easily vassalize them if we want, and Castile is already trying to do that, so let's try to get that before they can, you know. Oh, that was kick. So what I'll be doing here is in fact grabbing a burger loans here, the indebted burgers, and recruiting some master, because we'll be indeed a bit over our force limit. When we do that, I'll be going for the grand company. But since the British economy is really powerful right from the bat, we do control the most part of the English channel, the best trade nodes in the game, we can manage to pay. I'll be not deleting the foreign labor, and instead of that, I'll be sending the state addicts to the offensive and try to pay them to go there, while we do Ceasar Salad. With our army in position, we can just not surrender an inch. That will start the 100 Years' War. That will give us a CB against them that we can pretty much just take a restoration of union with way less aggressive expansion that will be taken. Look at that. Even with way less aggressive expansion, that's already a massive coalition that will be triggering. So it's really useful that you being that right from the bat before doing any other war. I'll be getting my mastery company with the CGI and go direct to Charter. The other guys will be just staying cool around. I started building a spy network on them. You should always start doing that. France do have indeed a lot of men and a lot of manpower, so it's not that really easy of a war. But what I can do here is to call Castile to draw off the promise of land, and they will be probably start marching north here while we do try to siege the northern base. And speaking of war, what you should always do in that type of war is to go for the coalition here and start to improve the guys that will be really pissed off after that. But really it's no use to improve them right now because they are my rivals, so they will be entering the coalition no matter what. But if I do improve with Liège and have positive opinion when I do get a peace deal, they will not be able to join the coalition. So I'll be using my lazy diplomat here and just improve relationship with that guys that can easily take out of the coalition. And if you do maintain your stack together, the French will probably be too afraid to engage on you, so that should be a free seat. Oh, that's unfortunately. Apparently the king of Aragon just died before we managed get our things in Navarre. So it was just about, I think that 4 months I'll be able to vassalize them, but that type of thing happened. So now we have another diplomacy slot that if we can use later in the middle of it all. We kind of can't ally anyone, but what we can do is start to search for a royal marriage in Aragon is going to royal marriage me if I want to. So that's maybe with the game. Yeah, if I royal marriage them, I'll be able to ally them, so I'll be ally to both Castile and Aragon. And for your naval doctrine, of course, we do only have one options, the wooden wall. And when we're doing during a war with France, the 100 Years War mission will be able to click. I'll be clicking here, and now we need to change the destiny of our missions. The first one, we'll be getting some unrest and death costs for a couple of years, and we'll be going for the British mission 3. That's not what we're going to do. The second one, we'll be going to become the Angevin Kingdom after we do some extra steps in the middle of the things. We cannot abandon our Angevin clans, of course, we cannot abandon them, and our mission will be changed a little bit. Now, if we do complete that and we control France, we can get a really bad ruler, prestige, and a lot of clans around the place here. All the other lands in the French region. So after the videos, you in France will be going after Brittany, and when Chartres Fort will fall, go after Paris, and let your allies deal with the consequence of your actions. So just that thing around here, you know. Oh, that's strange. Oh, well, normally we'll be fighting the 100 Years War, but since we do got her, the timer will be resetted, so I don't think that is useful to you just stay in the war. Like disinherit your horde if you get a really good one, such as my 645 here. And when you do in fact control France, your ruler will be getting better anyway. So yeah, quite unfortunately timing, but it is the thing that apparently happens more often than I would like to admit with me. And after Paris did fall, go for Halpoto, not take the fort here and the fort in Lyonnaise. The French is pretty much done. So try to focus on siege and not exactly fighting, because the army is really big and really powerful, believe it or not. So it's better that you just don't engage in them, avoid engagement, and after sieging the forts, devasting their land a lot and taking a big hit into the economy, then you start to taking battles, because that will be draining their economy, their manpower, and they'll not be able to recover from that. And look at them, they're desperately trying to take back their homeland, but I'll be taking the fort here before they can, and I'll be even reinforcing the battle here, so that should be an easy win to us if my rolls don't go really bad. Because if that the case, I'll be needing to retreat from the battle. I'll be trying to go for terrain a little bit and try to unite with the troops in High Plateau, and also start scorching some earth around here. That was what I was talking about. The French, they are really powerful, and the army are really good at fighting, right? That was what I'm talking about. The French, they are really powerful and really numerous. So try to grab the smallest stack of their vassals around here and there, and that should be decreasing their number slowly but surely. And rip. Oh, so you're trying to approach me. Not gonna lie, that's taking me more than I believed in the beginning. So I'll be taking another set of loans here and recruiting now also the free company, but down here. My armies are going for that. So now the Castilian army is finally here, just taking me a lot of casualties in the French to make them go there. But now that our army are united, I'll be just consolidating some of my manpower, and that's it. that's enough to us to just grab the unit, and maybe even a couple of ducats or 100 ducats is fine enough to me. A couple of guys will be a little bit pissed about that, so I'll be calling back my 3 diplomats and improving just a couple of months with some guys just in order to get a little bit of improved relations with them, and then waiting also get to 31 of December, because if we do pick the peace deal and the year tick come right away, the any nation that is just about to enter the coalition will not be able to enter the mod because they can join right away. They need a little bit of time in order to realize they can join a coalition, so that should be enough in order to not fight the entire of the HRE, just because we kind of want a little French land. And what I also did is to send my initial mission that was in the North Sea to the Rhineland and make them start establish some community in order to grab some more improved relations, because improved relations is what make the AEDK in the end of the day. So I'll be need to take a little bit less money, but that will be worth it because you'll be less nations able to join the coalition. And look at that, the nations around here, most of them, they are not able to join the coalition, and as soon as the elite comes, basically anyone around here can join the coalition. So yeah, now that the war is over, we can ready disband the Grand Company, but just after grab the Razor Army, because that will give us a subjugation beyond Scotland that will be last for 25 years, and permanent plans in the entire of the British Isles, and some other things around. And what we can also do already is to get the French throne that will make our Henry a bit less of a touchback, because that's what we really need to do, and gain some permanent plans around the rest of the French province. And by improving our Henry a little bit, we can also do the Royal Court mission that will basically just give us a bit more of Crownland. And if you do see that, you'll be facing a bit of rivals, but they already have 15 Crownland, and only 7 years the game has passed. The economy is gonna be fixed as soon as disband our water companies, such as the Grand Company, that as soon as I deal with the rebels, I'll be using them to deal with the rebels, and after that I'll be disbanding them because they already served their purpose, you know. And we kind of have the Royal Army that will be good enough. Our balances are red-green, and we just start playing, and that will be even better as soon as we also reduce the autonomy. We already have 2 ducks of balance just by doing some shenanigans, and for some reason Budding did decide to declare on us, which is strange. I can even call my allies into the war, so why not? That will not be a fair fight, buddy, but if you really want to give me some ducats, war operations, and end your rival with me, I'll be gladly accepting that. I think that the reason that they declared on me is because they declared on the Vassal of France, because the AI is kind of dumb sometimes, you know, the famous Liège War, right? They can really calculate the size of the battle with the allies of the overlord of the nation. So yeah, that could happen in your game as well. It's not that hard to get. I get this in my stream as well, playing as England. So yeah, I don't say that is 100% thing that happened, but it's usually quite common. So just let our allies do the heavy lift for us, and maybe, just maybe, engage in a couple of battles with minor attacks such as that one here in Charted, because will be a really easy. And and Britain is also in the war round, so I think that is taking a bigger proportion than I was expecting in the beginning. You certainly don't expect to fight that a lot of guys, right? You certainly did. And now just a bit of siege. For the allies, we kind of just need some money, a bit more of money, and some prestige if you can, because prestige is always nice. And now we pretty much have 100% prestige, and we can focus on the rest of the guys. And no, screw you. And look that, because we are pretty much carrying that war, if I do decide to take money like ducats, almost any of that will be coming to our pocket. Of 217 ducats, only on 18 is coming to our pockets. So instead of that, I'll be getting war operations and the new Auschwitz with me, because if you do that, there is a chance that they will become likely to ally us, or at least willing to royal marriage us if you do manage to improve the relations. And if you do get that, there will be way easier to get the inheritance and the land that we do need in the French region. But remember what I said, if you really want an optimal game, you should always go for the restart until they didn't rival. And what I'll be doing right away, because it's a good opportunity and that is not a type of thing that I want to lose, Provence is excommunicated and they are even in the coalition. And if I think that if I let the Montic pass, the coalition should be dissolved. Yep, that pretty much no coalition anymore. So what I'll be doing is to declare an Provence with the excommunicated ruler speed, because since French border Provence in basically everything, we can pretty much just fight them. But before doing that, I'll be doing some decisions. Namely, designate Calais as a staple port that will cost us a little bit of admin, but will give us 10 mercantilism and permanent modifier for Calais and the Parliament French-English Reconciliation Act. But before doing that, I'll be doing a normal Parliament debate because doing that, you'll be able to get 2 Parliament debates at the same time. And yeah, that debate here could look terrible, but we kinda need to do that in order to complete one of our missions, because for the completion of some of our missions, we do indeed need to complete some Parliament issues. One of them being the Courtois French nobility that will be taken here and doing some things in order to placate them. Yeah, that takes stability for us and a couple of rebels here, but whatever. The English Reconciliation Act is now active. Yeah, it's now active. Stability that we just thought will be getting again, and that will be even give us some pretty good advisor course for a lot of time. So yeah, pretty good stuff. So once again, do some things in order to make them loyal. And remember what you should always do when you got PU by force, by the war, by the sword, is to start improving relations with them, because if you do die when they have negative opinion of us, look at the tooltip here, the personal union with England ends and a French noble succeed the throne, so we will pretty much be lose the personal union. We'll be getting indeed a restoration of union, but pretty much we'll be need to fight them again in order to get that restoration of union. So just improve relations. When that number here hits 0, we'll be already not lose the union anymore. We will finally declared on Provence with the excommunicate Lure. I'll be setting Anjou as the province of Wargo, and let's dive in. That war here should be pretty easy. After all, it's just Provence that is not that strong and some of their minor allies, so there is not much of a secret to fight that. Just send your troop, and even if France is loyal, the subjects will still help you in the war. And for your first government form, I strongly recommend that you pick the unique English government form, Straying House of Lord, that will give us some informed progress, some effect of parliament issues, and if you get parliament issues that are really strong, and some loyalty to the nobility as well. So it's a pretty good well-rounded reform at the end of the day. For the love of God, please take the fort already. Almost 1,000 days trying to siege that shit. You gotta be kidding. Oh, God's sake. Fine. Okay. Now we are game. Look, that there is a Nick bastard here was trying to get into the empire, and because of that, what I'll be doing here in the peace deal, I can't take that yet, is take Anjou, all the provinces here around Lorraine, annex Lorraine, and take the province here in Barros and Verdun, take Folcorde and Toulon as well, because by doing that, the chance of them getting to the empire is really low. And if you decide to not take Anjou, I'll be taking Anjou instead of as.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Only because I can't take S at all, I just can't, it's too big of a province, so that will be my peace deal as soon as I'm able. I just need to piece out some of the allies, and by manually improve with other guys that is going to join the coalition against me, I can pretty much almost full annex Provence, and only a couple of not important dudes is going to join. And if I just wait a little bit more, maybe 1 to 2 years, no coalition will be even triggered, because improved relations is really busted, and you should be always doing that with your lazy diplomats in the middle of the war. Just search for the guys that are just about to enter a coalition, start improve them, start placate them, even send some ducats if you haven't, they just lie around, such as myself. I even thinking about doing that if I need to, because in order to not fight a coalition, we do crazy stuff sometimes, right? And for our first idea group, I strongly recommend that you do pick indeed diplomatic ideas if you're going for the battle achievement or don't care that much about the new one. Because at the end of the day, as soon as we progress our mission, we will get a free Spain EU here that will be probably spawning with exploration ideas, which means that they will be colonize the whole world for free for us. And when we do annex them, and again they have a pretty good annex subject time, they will be inherited by us, so we can focus on our shits here in Europe, trying to get the emperorship of the HRE, trying to placate the guys that we're just conquering, and in the meantime, do your subjects do the last. And look at that, as soon as the elite come, the only guys that really care about will pretty much full annex Provence will be not caring that much anymore. So let's just wait a couple more days. Oh, that's I've been writing. Okay, happening. Let's just wait a couple of days. Yeah, that we still we grow in size by a lot, and no one's able to join a coalition against us. So it's a really calculated move. And even if VTubers are real bad math, that one here I was seeing it, and looks like Castile finally take control over the whole Iberia, almost whole Iberia. And in the meantime, what I did manage to do is start to improve relations with some of the electors, and I even draw your marriage partner because the ruler are getting old, and old people do tend to die more than young people. If they do die, a succession war will be fighting between me and Bohemia, and by taking an elector as a personal hero, it's pretty much a guaranteed emperorship for you. So in the meantime, I'll be starting to improve with other guys and start to set some alliance, such as the one here that I have with Cologne, that if I just improve a little bit more, they will be start voting. So our goal right now is to, first of all, consolidate our British Isle and then become the emperor of the HRE. And for the province that we just take here, you can pretty much give a lot of them to France. Just take a look and don't give that many, because you need to take a closer look in the liberty design. Give them too much that is gonna make things bad to you, you know. And for our new set of rivals, I'll be going for Scotland, Savoy, and I'll be waiting for my last one. I kind of don't want to rival the Ottomans. It's not like we can fight anyway, and Burgundy is still being a pushback. I don't want all my province, at least the province of all my subjects. What a good timing to have that. The coalition will always stop me if I do decide to hurt. So I'll be recycling my loans here really quick. Take another set of Borgo loans, recruiting another company, and declaring a massive war against the Irish miners until they not have Scotland the war anymore, because Scotland will be the only war. So let's dive in. Send the Grand Company right there and go to the siege. I'll be letting the event hit just pop out itself, because if we do that, we have 3 more months, then we just click in, and 3 more months can be more useful than you think. How cute are they? They're trying to run away. Now it's just a matter of occupying everything, and in the meantime, what I'll be doing is to send all of my stacks here and then go after Scotland, because that will be bringing only Thomond into the war, and I can deal with them with my other stacks around here. And speaking of which, I'll be right away moving my troops in order to deal with them. And for the Scottish friend, just declare a quick subjugation, co-belligerent their allies because we're not bringing anyone else, and let's dive in. Just take the Dumfries fort, and with the other stack here, just go for the ally, and that should be a really quick war. Oh yeah, the multiple 5 cities at the same time, but just for 6, because why not? What I'll be doing is to declare in the rest of the nations, because for the conquest of Ireland, we kinda want to conquer them all at once. We have a really good mission here that to conquer Ireland, so in order to accomplish that, declare on the other guys and co-belligerent everyone that you see, because you kind of want to conquer everyone at the same time if you can. Oh look, a poor Irish independent nation trying to fight. Wouldn't that be bad? What do you mean you are still independence in my Ireland? How do you think about not being that anymore? And rep, and definitely rep. Oh, rep, and rep. And even France is helping us in your rifle crusade against the Irish heathens. Because they are, of course, heathens. They are not even Catholic, you know. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. I think that I might have confused the game. And for the peace deals that we'll be starting to do already, we'll be first of all piecing out all the Scot allies. In that case, just Thomond. Yeah, Thomond. Grab the province, a bit of ducats if you can, and young. For Scotland itself, what we really want is just to vassalize them, take the province here, and maybe a couple of ducats they are willing to be just engaging in probably the last battle of the war. And okay, yep, that was a win, and that was a siege. Alright, so oh no, so still wanna fight me? That should be enough, right? Yeah, that's enough. Grab a couple of ducats as well, and peace out already. I know that's a big coalition that is already forming around us, but keep in mind that we have really good allies such as Austria, Castile, and Portugal. The whole British experience is just about peace out the entire of Europe and being safe here in the England mainland, because they can land your nation. And speaking and British experience, as soon as we occupy all their nations around here, and a quick successful event is to annex all the guys just for the first one, because that will not be hitting your diplo. Take money if you can can as well. Don't care about that. That one is just a state of mind, you know, just a state of mind. That's the first guy. Peace out. Let a day pass. Go for the second guy. You need to remember to do that only after you finish all your wars. And yes, if you're wondering if the other wars is hurting more or exhaustion, yes, that's a yes, definitely a yes, but I don't need to care that much. As soon as we finish that conquest here, we'll be not entering a war anytime soon. After all, it's not like someone is not peace out with us, you know, the entire HRE basically hurt us. But what I can do here in order to scare a little bit more the coalition is to ally Bohemia, that I was improving the middle of the war, and maybe we can also try to reach out another alliance such as Naples, because why not? And even the Pope would like to be on our good side, so that will be a bit over our diplo limit, but we don't need to care that much about that, because in the new patch, when you have a PU and a vassal, you can already give the strong duchy, so that it will be a bit better. And speaking of PU, now it's time to complete the first mission here. That is a big mission, that is the Conquer Ireland. We pretty much need to full control the entire of Ireland, and after clicking that, we'll be gaining a bit of admin and goods for those for 15 years in the entire of Ireland region, and we'll be releasing another parliament issue, the Crown of Ireland, and we just passed that little kick such as that. Now we can choose between two options. First of all, we're gaining just diplo and meal and gain a couple of temporary bonus in the entire of Ireland, and the second one, that will be the one that we'll be choosing, and the one that is arguably better, we'll be releasing Ireland as a personal unit of us, and to the end of the game we'll be gaining unjustified demands, deep relations, and either prestige, which is really good. So now we have Ireland as our PU, Scotland as our subject here. They are a bit disloyal, but it's just a matter of improving a little bit. We have French as our personal unit as well. We are really going to get in the empire. We already get Bohemia, Palatinate, Mainz, and Cologne as the allies. So just a matter of improving a little bit more, and in no time you'll be getting the emperorship to us. The second idea, I strongly recommend that if you want to do a blood all the way around, you pick religious, stay Catholic, at least until you can grab the empire and pass the actual farm around it. Doing that, you will be inherit the empire no matter what. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you have any questions, keep in the comment. Tomorrow I'll be releasing with no flaw the quick guide, so stay tuned to that. You'll be pretty fun. And sorry about the lack of content in the channel for the last days. I got some issues. I did expand a little bit in the community tab, so if you want to know more about that, go there to see. Remember to subscribe, leave a like, and tell me which nation should pick next. So doing some nasty things.